Some voices never fade, some legacies never die, but today, the world grows a little dimmer as we say goodbye to legends who touched our hearts and shaped generations. From the soulful melodies to unwavering strength, their impact will echo forever. As we remember them on final moments, others continue to fight. Phil Collins shares a heartbreaking health update, Alec Baldwin opens up about his battle with PTSD, and Emma Herning stands strong beside Bruce Willis in his journey with dementia. Stay with us as we honor those we've lost, and if these stories resonate with you, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Number 1. Jerry Butler. Today, we remember and celebrate the life of a true legend, Jerry Butler. A man whose voice touched the hearts of millions, whose music defined generations, and whose service to the community made an indelible impact. Jerry Butler, also known as the Iceman, wasn't just an artist, he was a pioneer, a leader, and above all, an inspiration. Born on December 8, 1938 in Sunflower, Mississippi, Jerry Butler's journey to greatness began in the gospel choirs of Chicago. He found his musical home with the Impressions alongside the legendary Curtis Mayfield. Their song For Your Precious Love became an instant classic, and from there, Butler's career soared. After stepping out on his own, Butler delivered hit after hit. He Will Break Your Heart, Only the Strong Survive, Let It Be Me, timeless songs that remain deeply embedded in the soul of music lovers everywhere. His smooth, deep vocals earned him the nickname The Iceman, a name that perfectly captured his cool, effortless style. In 1991, Butler was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the Impressions, but his legacy extended far beyond music. He dedicated himself to public service, serving as a Cook County Commissioner from 1985 to 2018. Through his leadership, he championed healthcare, social justice, and education, leaving a lasting mark on his community. For over 3 decades, Jerry Butler worked to improve the lives of others. He understood that true greatness isn't measured in record sales, but in the positive change one brings to the world. His transition from music to public service is a testament to his character. He never stopped giving. Behind the music and the public service was a devoted husband and family man. His love for his wife Annette, who passed away in 2019, was unwavering. Now they're reunited. Jerry Butler passed away on February 20th, 2025 at the age of 85 after battling Parkinson's disease. His voice may have been silenced, but his music, his kindness, and his legacy will echo for eternity. Rest in peace, Jerry Butler. Your song will never fade. Number 2. Voletta Wallace. We gather today to honor the life of a remarkable woman, Voletta Wallace, a mother, a teacher, and a guardian to one of hip-hop's greatest legacies. Her impact reaches far beyond her famous son, Christopher Wallace, known to the world as the Notorious B.I.G. Today, we remember her not just as Biggie's mother, but as a strong, resilient woman who turned pain into purpose. Voletta Wallace passed away on Friday at the age of 78 in hospice care at her home in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Born in Jamaica, Wallace immigrated to the United States and built a life for herself as a preschool teacher in Brooklyn. It was there that she raised her only son, Christopher, instilling in him the values of hard work, education, and perseverance. While she wasn't initially drawn to the rap world her son would come to dominate, she later immersed herself in his music and message. I wasn't a fan of the profanity, she once said, but when I really listened, I heard an intelligent human being. When Biggie was tragically murdered in 1997, Voletta was thrust into a world of grief, uncertainty, and the immense responsibility of preserving her son's legacy. but she rose to the occasion with grace and determination, transforming his estate from an estimated $10 million at the time of his death to a staggering $160 million. She ensured that his music and influence continued to inspire generations, even executive producing the 2021 Netflix documentary Biggie, I Got a Story to Tell, giving fans an intimate look into his life. She also dedicated herself to philanthropy, founding the Christopher Wallace Memorial Foundation and championing initiatives like BIG, Books Instead of Guns Night Out. "All I want to do is put a book into a child's hand," she once said, "because books do not kill, books do not murder, but weapons do." Even as the years passed, Voletta Wallace remained unwavering in her role as the steward of her son's legacy. She stood firm against controversy, unafraid to speak her mind, and ensured that her son's estate was managed with integrity. While many artists' legacies have been clouded by disputes, Biggie's remained in the hands of the person who knew him best, his mother. Number 3, Lynne Marie Stewart. Lynne Marie Stewart, a beloved actress whose warmth and humor touched generations, has passed away at the age of 78. Her legacy in television and film will forever hold a special place in the hearts of fans and colleagues alike. Today, we celebrate her life, her work, and the joy she brought to so many. Born on December 14, 1946 in Los Angeles, California, Lynne Marie Stewart grew up surrounded by the magic of the entertainment industry. From an early age, she displayed a passion for performance, which would later blossom into an incredible career in comedy and television. Many of us first met Lynne through her iconic role as Miss Yvonne, the most beautiful woman in Puppetland on Pee-wee's Playhouse. Her charm, comedic timing, and vibrant energy made her an unforgettable part of the show's magic. She wasn't just a character, she was a presence that lit up the screen, bringing joy and laughter to kids and adults alike. But her talent didn't stop there. Lynne was a proud member of the Groundlings, the legendary Los Angeles improv troupe where she met fellow comedian greats like Paul Reubens and Phil Hartman. Her versatility as a performer saw her grace the screens of MASH, The Golden Girls, Night Court, and Raising Hope, each time leaving a lasting impression. In more recent years, Lynne found a new generation of fans as Bonnie Kelly, Charlie's eccentric and lovable mom on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. From her hilarious and sometimes heart-wrenching moments, she cemented herself as an irreplaceable part of the show's universe. Her friends and co-stars, including Cassandra Peterson, better known as Elvira, and SNL's Lorraine Newman, have expressed their deep sorrow at her passing, remembering her as kind, funny, and truly iconic. Number 4, Gwen McCrae. Some voices are timeless, some songs echo through generations, carried by their soul, their fire, and their unmistakable magic. Gwen McCrae was one of those rare talents. A powerhouse of soul, disco, and R&B, her voice told stories of love, passion, and resilience, and today we honor her legacy. Born Gwen Mosley on December 21, 1943 in Pensacola, Florida, she was the youngest of 5 children. Her musical journey began as a teenager performing in local clubs. In 1963, fate led her to meet a young sailor named George McCrae. Their whirlwind romance led to a marriage within a week, and together, they embarked on a musical journey that would shape the sound of soul and disco. While George found early solo success with Rock Your Baby, Gwen answered with a hit of her own, Rocking Chair. In 1975, her sultry, smooth delivery made it an instant classic, soaring to number 1 on the R&B charts and cracking the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. With Funky Sensation and Keep the Fire Burning, she cemented her place as a dance floor favorite. Her music pulsed with life, rhythm, and an undeniable groove that never faded. Her music found a second life in the UK's Northern Soul scene and later in the house and dance music revolution. French duo Cassius sampled her for their hit Feeling For You, and DJs across the world spun her records, keeping her voice alive for new generations. But life wasn't without hardship. After suffering a stroke in 2012, Gwen's ability to sing and walk was deeply affected. Yet, her spirit remained unshaken. She was a fighter, a queen of rare groove, and a voice that never truly faded. Gwen McCrae left this world on February 21st, but her music, her soul, and her fire live on. Number 5. Jon Burnett. Some people have a presence so warm, so genuine, that they feel like family even if you've never met them. Jon Burnett, the beloved former KDKA TV personality, passed away at the age of 71. His death was reported on Thursday, February 20th, 2025. For decades, he graced the television screens of Pittsburgh, bringing charm, laughter, and authenticity into the homes of thousands. And today, we remember a man whose impact was as deep as his kindness was boundless. Jon joined KDKA TV in 1982 as the co-host of Evening Magazine, a show that took Pittsburghers on adventures both around the world and around the corner. Viewers fell in love with his southern charm, his adventurous spirit, and his ability to make everyone feel like an old friend. As his former co-host Liz Miles said, there was nothing that intimidated Jon. In 1985, he brought that same energy to Pittsburgh today, where his chemistry with Patrice King Brown made every broadcast feel like a family gathering. Patrice described him as her TV brother, someone she could just tease and laugh with, and someone who always kept things fun. But when Evening Magazine and Pittsburgh Today ended, Jon wasn't ready to leave the screen or his Pittsburgh family. He transitioned to weather forecasting, a role he embraced for nearly 30 years. Though he took the weather seriously, he never took himself too seriously. His unpredictability and humor made every forecast a joy to watch. Former KDKA meteorologist Dennis Bauman put it best. When you saw Jon on TV, you'd immediately say, "That's a guy I wouldn't mind having in my living room live and in person." Jon retired in 2019, but his impact didn't stop there. As he faced serious health challenges, including memory loss and neurological issues, Jon made the courageous decision to share his story, hoping to help others. He participated in the National Sports Brain Bank at the University of Pittsburgh, raising awareness about CTE, a condition linked to repeated head trauma. His openness inspired countless others to join the cause, doubling participation in the research program. Even in his hardest moments, Jon was thinking of others. As we say goodbye to Jon Burnett, we remember more than a broadcaster. We remember a man who was as real off-screen as he was on-screen. A man whose humor, heart, and authenticity made him a Pittsburgh treasure. As his longtime colleague Mary Rob Jackson said, he was a bright light in the world, and boy, when a bright light goes out, you know it. Number 6. Fred Bekky. Fred Bekky, a name that echoes through the history of Belgian rock, a visionary musician, a frontman full of charm, and an artist whose melodies shaped a generation. His journey from the small town of Hoboken to the grand stages of Europe is one of passion, perseverance, and an unwavering love for music. Born Frederick A. P.H. Beekmans on February 18, 1944 in Hoboken, Belgium, Fred was destined for the stage. With Bob Bailemans, he first formed the Fredstones, but it was with the Pebbles that his name would become legendary. Inspired by Buddy Holly's producer, they rebranded and set out on a journey that would earn them the nickname the Belgian Beatles. Their breakout hit, 7 Horses in the Sky, wasn't just a song, it was an anthem. With its psychedelic lyrics and hypnotic melody, it cemented the Pebbles' place in rock history. They shared stages with legends, opening for Jimi Hendrix at the Olympia in Paris, and even caught the attention of George Harrison. The band disbanded in 1974, but Fred's musical journey was far from over. He co-founded Trinity, found success with 002-345-709, that's my number, and continued shaping the Belgian music scene as a songwriter and producer. His influence stretched far beyond his own performances. His compositions found life through voices like Anne Christie, Yasmin, and Joe Valley. In 2021, the world learned that Fred was battling Alzheimer's. Despite his health struggles, his music never faded from the hearts of his fans. On February 21st, 2025, at the age of 81, Fred Bekky left this world, but his memories remain timeless.